Precious Chat Show right here on my channel with me, Precious Amabel Levy. It's that time of the year where Sierra Leoneans will be rooting for their favorite contestant in the Miss Sierra Leone 2019. Yes, Sierra Leone will be looking in all the 16 districts for that one person that will be the face. And so we've seen the hype going on social media, but we want to hear from the horse's mouth. We want to hear from them. Let's know, what are we expecting to see come September 14, 2019? Well, guys, join me here today as we will be talking to one of the contestants for this year's Miss Sierra Leone Beauty Pageant. And with us here, we have Margaret Cassel, who is representing the Western Area Urban. Yes, Western Area Urban. Hello and welcome to Moment with Precious, Margaret.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And so, people out there would like to know, who is Margaret Cassel? What would you want our audience to know about you?
Margaret Cassel is a BSc graduate from Jala University. I studied Home Economics and Community Development, Bachelor of Science. I am a sickle cell advocate and a sickle cell warrior because I'm living with a condition. I am a model. I was in the Gambia for modeling competition in May, and out of 28 models, I was in the top 5 selected for commercial models. And I am the second runner-up to Miss West Africa Sierra Leone. I participated in Miss West Africa Sierra Leone December 26 with Hawa, and I was the second runner-up. So basically, I'll be representing the Western Area Urban. I went for the audition and I was selected to represent my district because I'm from the urban, that's Kisi, Cassel from Kisi. So here I am representing the Western Area Urban in this year's Miss Sierra Leone.
And one thing that is quite important in this year's, seeing all of the contestants this year is the fact that a lot of times people associate beauty pageantry with just the facial expression, with just the beauty, the outward beauty. But we've seen over and time again that when we talk about beauty queens, we not only talk about their facial expression, their physical being, we're talking about their intellect. We take, for example, the former Mrs. Sierra Leone, that's Margaret Murray, who is now the PRO for the Anti-Corruption Commission. Those are examples of people, that we say they're beautiful, they've served this country, they are beauty with purpose. And today, we're proud to say we have Margaret, we have Adeline, we have Sarah Toka, and also we have those people. We see the dynamics are being changed, and here we have a BSc honors, contestant that will be vying for the position to be the queen, in Africa. Today, our focus is going to be based on why do you think Sierra Leoneans should choose you among 15 others to represent us as a country?
Because I see this as a calling. I want to use the Miss Sierra Leone platform to inspire and make more difference in the lives of young women, to tell them that no circumstance can weigh you down. You should look beyond, because I am a living testimony. I am a sickle cell patient, so I say I'm a warrior. So I have my challenges. I was raised by a single parent, and I see it as a need to raise awareness on this disease, because in the actual sense, this disease can be prevented, but people don't know how. Before you get married, know your genotype. So we advocate that intending couples to get to know their genotype. That's why we call for counseling. If you go to counseling and you guys know your genotype, so they will tell you if you're compatible or not. If you are not compatible, you're advised not to go ahead, but with knowing the consequences to your actions. So I see this as a call of concern that I should raise awareness on the disease, because people talk about HIV, they talk on so many other disease and health issues, but sickle cell, you hardly hear people talk about it. And I believe that I can do better because I live with a condition. It's not like you're hearing it from an author or a doctor, you're hearing it from a patient. That's the horse's mouth.
Each and every one of you that is going to contest for this position, it's sort of this title, it's sort of, you have your area of focus where you want people to hold you accountable on. And the next question will be, why is the sickle cell campaign close to your heart, that it's going to be your main focus, it's going to be your campaign strategy for the Miss Sierra Leone 2019 contest?
I see sickle cell as a call to concern. Even the United Nations recognizes sickle cell as a global public health concern, designating June 19 as World Sickle Cell Day. So with much awareness, we really need this awareness, because I found out that 25% of the Sierra Leone population carries the disease, and people don't know. You might have the trait, and people with the trait are healthy people, so they keep marrying themselves and having more of us. So this is it. We need to tell them that no, you can't match when genotypes are incompatible. When they match, it's disaster. Imagine both my parents are carriers. They had no idea, and fortunately, I am the only child to both. I have siblings from both ends, but I thank God that I've known my calling, and I believe this is my purpose on earth, that I should use my voice to make a change on this health issue. Because if you watch it, it's like a ticking time bomb. Like, most people die undiagnosed. Like below 5, children die out of infant mortality. The disease cause, there's so much effect, and people don't know. Like, when you have the disease, you shouldn't have malaria. You should be always hydrated, so drink more water, and you should avoid stress. But stress is inevitable. So back in college, I had so many challenges. I missed so many exams, but successfully I graduated with my batch. I was given a second chance to write an I grade. That's how we call it in Jala. When you miss an exam, you write to an I grade. So I see this as it's just for my heart, and that's why I'm volunteering with the Sierra Leone Sickle Cell Society and the Oladirin Children's Hospital. We test people to know their genotype for free. We screen them. So for the World Sickle Cell Day, that was an activity that we did, and I go on several media and television houses raising awareness, talking on the disease. So even before this Miss Sierra Leone came up, I had a call to raise awareness. So I've been advocating. Earlier this year, upon graduating, I decided to stay home, study myself more, and know why I had so many challenges with my health in college. So I took time, I did a lot of research, and I see that I should tell people what I know, because it will make a difference.
Okay, and it's such a brilliant dream for Miss Sierra Leone and even beyond, because in Sierra Leone we do not hear people prioritizing the issue of sickle cell, and it's on the rise. And like you said, ignorance. It's not that it's not existing, but because people do not know about it, and so they keep marrying. And today is the first time, honestly, for me to now learn that if you are sickle cell, like, you should not get married to somebody, because I remember my mom was a sickle cell trait. I think my dad isn't, because I am not one. Right. So it's one of those things. I feel if society knows about them, then they will put measures in place to lower the rate of sickle cell in children that they bring forth. Right. Now, you going for Miss Sierra Leone, how would your position, if you happen to win this competition, right? How would it bring to reality this dream that you've been brewing, this dream that you've been nurturing for so long, using personal experience? For example, today you're being crowned Margaret, Miss Sierra Leone. How would it bring it to reality?
That would be a dream come true, because Miss Sierra Leone is a huge platform for all women, and pageantry is a platform. It creates the platform for young women to voice out our choices and opinions. And this is my choice, this is my opinion, this is my calling and my purpose. So I want to use this platform to make a change. I work with organizations, because Before the pageant, people have been reaching out to me on social media. I want you to come work with us, and so like organization from Nigeria, sickle cell organization, even people from abroad, they try to say, okay, I'll help you out with so and so because of your cause. I believe in what you're doing, and I see people see me as an inspiration, and they support me, and I'm so overwhelmed. I'm happy, and I'm grateful that yes, I didn't allow this condition to weigh me down, because a lot of people, they gave up, and I am a fighter. I believe that I can make a change.
Welcome to the luxurious seafront Atlantic Lumley Hotel. Let's take a tour where class meets professionalism. Our 57 spacious rooms include a presidential suite that caters for business professionals with comfy beds, jacuzzi, and a study to make you feel home away from home. We offer top-notch Italian cuisine and local delicacies that will appeal to your taste bud at our Loft Italicious restaurants. You can't afford to miss our English-style Dickens bar that offers a wide selection of branded beer and liquor with great music ambience. Our atrium serves a multi-purpose entertainment function, from daytime relaxation to an unwinding lively spot for your birthdays, wedding receptions, and other special events with an oceanic breathtaking sea view. Call us today for bookings and reservations. Viewers, in case you're just joining, this is Moments with Precious, and I am your host, Precious Annabelle Levy, and here on the platform, I am with one of the contestants for the Miss Sierra Leone 2019 beauty pageant. Okay, so here I am with one of the contestants that is representing Western Area Urban, and she is Miss Margaret Cassel, and we have been talking about her cause, what people need to know, what people need to look out for, her campaign strategy, what she would be focusing on. Margaret, now let's come to the fun part of you, because you've inspired me so much. I could remember back then when I went to cover the Miss West Africa Sierra Leone, where you did your talent show. For the best part of the live viewing, I was like, oh my God, woo, she's gonna fall down, she's too thin. I beg your pardon, please.
Yes.
But because the typical thing is like, I was so scared, and you were so confident in all what you were doing. Where did you get all that inspiration? Not thinking about the battles you fought, where you've been, where you are right now. What gives you the inspiration?
I thought of doing something unique and different. I really didn't work well on my talent because the time was short. I was changing, I was skeptical, so I ended up doing that particular act. So it was like, do something that will stun the crowd. Although I am not the best of dancers, so I tried to intertwine and blend it with some gymnastic, and it was a bit bittersweet experience for me, but it was there's always a time to learn, and that was my first experience, and I've gathered some knowledge that I can use on this second, and yes, that's it.
Okay, all right. And coming back to you, Margaret, we saw gymnastics. What is it that we await to see? Some appetizer for us, the viewers, come September.
I'm doing something that really inspires me. It's all about finding your voice and speaking up if you feel something is wrong around you. I believe I found my voice, and I want to speak up, and I believe this is the right time. So I'm doing an act that will surround this, and I'm trying to put together, still thinking of how to wow the crowd. So that will be my act.
Confidence is very important. I've seen you on stage, but one would say, well, that wasn't much of a stage. Well, that's actually let's say for the population of Sierra Leone, it's gathered like 40%, 30%, all right. But when you talk about Miss Sierra Leone, it's the world come to a standstill because it's an auspicious event. It's an event where crowd, people all over the world need to watch it to see because for some others they like the skin, the body type of the contestants. Others are going there to boo at contestants. Others are going there to learn. And so now we have a platform where you are going to showcase everything that is about Margaret. How confident are you to take up this challenge?
I've really been working on my confidence because I get some feedback from people that this is what you should work. I believe you can do it, but you should increase your level of confidence, like from different people. So I believe that's something they're looking forward to, and that's what I've been doing. And I've been hosting the pitch nights. That's a form of boosting my confidence. Yesterday, I was at the British Council as a co-host, and this was the second time I co-host the Freetown pitch nights with a large group of people in one place. I believe I'm using all this experience, including the radio and TV appearances, all this to boost up my confidence. So, and on that day, I don't feel threatened by the crowd, no matter how loud they boo, because it will always happen. No, not everyone is coming to support you, so you need to expect that people will come to cheer you and people will come to boo you. So you just have to accept whatever you meet and work towards that.
Okay. And in terms of your relationship with the other contestants that you are practically close with, that you've been talking, engaging with, and all, in the forthcoming event.
It's all about sisterhood. There's a forum, WhatsApp forum, that we're to bond and talk and all the chit chat. So, and yes, we have the other side of it. Sometimes we heat up and people like, no, don't act up. There's a lot of drama going on, but I speak with all of them and I talk with Miss Bo, Miss Western, Rural, Miss Tonko Lily, Miss Kenema. I try to relate with everybody because there's a life after the pageant. So you have to create that relationship and the bond with people wherever you go, no matter the circumstance and situation. So there's that sisterhood, and I am happy to be in this journey with them.
Okay. And how has your journey been so far, from the time you were, selected on to where you are right now? How has the journey been so far?
Well, it's been stressful. That's the nerves are kicking in, anxiety and excitement. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and don't feel like leaving the bed. I'm like so tired, my back hurts, I need some massage, I need some spa. But it's been, I believe all these are challenges to life, and without challenge you don't see the brighter side of life. So there's always going to be challenge. So I take it in good faith that yes, nothing comes easy. You can't have a plate of gold. You have to go see the dark side of life before the moon comes and the sun comes out. So I believe that this is a learning process, and there will be a time I'll look back and say, yes, I did that. That was a journey, that was an experience I learned from, and I'm willing to pass it on to people.
Okay. And just as you mentioned about the good, the bad, the ugly, to every negative there is a positive reaction. To every positive there is a negative reaction. Let's come again to the issue of the beauty contest. The competition. Don't be the lucky person to be the Miss Sierra Leone. What happens after that?
Being Miss Sierra Leone, to me, being Miss Sierra Leone will be an added advantage, a plus, but with or without the crown, I'll still continue to do what my passion is, that continue to advocate on behalf of the disadvantaged people, and the sickle cell cause is something I'm willing to die for. Like, that's my hill, I'm ready to die for, no compromise. I want to be known for something that, yes, when she was on earth, she made an impact. So with or without the Miss Sierra Leone, I'll continue to volunteer with the Sierra Leone Sickle Cell Society and different health organizations. I'll continue to work and raise awareness. I'll continue just what I've been doing and what I intend to do. So that won't be a stumbling block. Yes, I'll feel bad if it doesn't happen, but you always have to think of, yes, there's life after this, so you have to prepare for whatever comes. There's a competition, there's always a winner and a loser, and whether, to me, I don't see it as being losing, because I think it's a learning experience. So whether I win or not, I've learned a lot. Like the network, I've met different people, and I believe that is a life-changing experience for me alone. So that's a winning for me. So no hard feelings.
Okay, and like every other person out there, they have what they want, when they go into that competition. What would you want the organizers to do? I mean, in terms of being fair, 11 playing ground, what would you like to see on that day where all 16 districts will be competing for just one crown?
I love to see good judgment. So the organizers are going to select the judges, so that they haven't decided and work on, because we had a meeting yesterday and they're still trying to figure out who will be on the panel to judge these beautiful ladies. So a plain level ground will be fine, because at the end of the day, it's all about the sisterhood bond that we create. It won't be nice if there's a lot of hate, and yes, imagine you have to support the winner and the Miss World, because you have to vote. So if there's hate, obviously it will affect the winner, because you don't support her, you don't vote for her, and she doesn't end up being in the top 20, because your country has to do a lot for you to be in the top 20. So if your country is not supportive and there's a lot of hate and rumors that, oh, that was a fixed contest, that would be bad. So I expect them to really judge well, and everyone according to what they deserve.
Now you have an opportunity to talk to Sierra Leone, the world. You have your day, your number, why they should vote for you. So tell them anything you want Sierra Leoneans in and out of Sierra Leone to do for Margaret.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, I am Margaret Cassel, and here I stand before you. I believe no one understands better what it means to fight for your dreams in the midst of challenges that range from diseases to social injustice. I believe this, and I am a fighter and a conqueror, and I've gone through this, and I know with your support, I can be your Miss Sierra Leone. And no one understands better, like, this is me coming to you, and you can support me by sending the number 41 to 322 via AfriCell, or you can dial *322# and follow the instructions. So support Margaret from Miss Sierra Leone, and I'll represent you well.
Well, viewers, you have it there. You have it there. The dish has been set before you. Now you have an opportunity to vote for Miss Margaret Cassel, a warrior, a fighter, born with a cause. Now it's up to you to make that decision whether you want Miss Margaret to represent Sierra Leone for the next 1 year, to be the voice, to be the face of Sierra Leoneans, to represent us in the Miss World. Pageantry, like I said, it's not just about the physical, it's not just about who you know, it's about how they can relate. It's about what they have to offer to your country. It's about their level of confidence. It's about the reality of touching issues that people feel scared, feel intimidated, feel unbothered to talk about. You have it here. So now, you make the decision. Come September 14, voting the best woman that will carry the face for Miss Sierra Leone 2019. Where we'll bring down the curtain for today's On Moments with Precious chat show. I have been your host, Precious Amabel Levy. Many thanks to our studio crew, our production crew, that's Fresh Photography, and Mr. Andrew Conte. And we want to also say many thanks to Dinma Glow, Infinity Glow for the makeup, and Yvette's Collection for clothing line. And also we want to say thanks to the Atlantic Lonely Hotel, your one-stop hotel that will make you feel home away from home. So continue being with us till we see you again for another program and moments with Precious Chat Show. Here is where we bring it, and we say tata.